Hello students, good morning to all. Today we will discuss about the evaporation in boiling, factors affecting the evaporation. Evaporation causes cooling, and evaporation versus boiling, and the conversion of Celsius to Kelvin and Kelvin to Celsius. Okay, so start evaporation in boiling. Now in case of liquid, a small fractions of particle at the surface having higher kinetic energy is able to break away from the forces of attraction of other particles and get converted into vapor. Means if we talk about liquid, there are because all the matter are consist particles, and particles are always in motion because they have kinetic energy. Okay, so at the surface having the higher kinetic energy, liquid have in its surface having the higher kinetic energy, and this is why it is able to break away from the force of attraction, so that the force of attraction between the particles in the surface are easily breakable from the other particles, and it easily converted into vapor. Okay, now this phenomena of changes of liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. This is known as evaporation, means the phenomena of change of liquid into vapor at any temperature but which below its boiling point. Okay, below its boiling point is called evaporation. Okay, now factors affecting evaporation, that is rate of evaporation increases with an increase of surface area. You know, if we increase the surface area, the evaporation rate also increases, and the increased temperature, if the temperature also increase, the more number of particles get enough potential energy, kinetic energy to go into vapor state. Next, humidity. These are the factors. Okay, surface area is the factor, kinetic energy here is the factor. Okay, temperature is the factor. Humidity is the amount of water vapor. What is humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the air. Okay, now if the amount of water in air is already high, then the rate of evaporation always decreases, because surroundings have humidity, having water vapor, so evaporation is decreased. Okay, now wind speed, higher the wind speed, the more evaporation. If the wind speed is higher, then the evaporation also increases. Okay, more. So let's next one is evaporation causing cooling. Particles of liquid absorb energy from the surroundings to regain. Why it absorbs? To regain the energy lost during evaporation, because evaporation takes place, so it regains the energy from the surroundings, and this causes the cooling process. Now evaporation versus boiling. Boiling is a bulk phenomena. Means whole phenomena. Particles from the bulk whole of liquid changes into vapor. Here whole particles are changing into vapor state, not only surface particles. Okay, here whole particles are changing into vapor state. Evaporation is a surface surface. This is the differences. Evaporation is a surface phenomenal. Particles from the surface gain enough energy to overcome the force of attraction present in the liquid and change into vapor state. Means evaporation only take place at the surface. Okay, surface area particles, they are converted into vapor form. But boiling is the bulk phenomena, where particles from the bulk of liquid changes into, means whole particles are changing into vapor state. This is the main difference between evaporation and boiling. Okay, always remember the difference between evaporation and boiling. So this is the evaporation, how evaporation causes cooling, what is the evaporation, difference between evaporation and boiling. Okay, what are the factors that affect the evaporation. So next one is conversion. There are two types of scales, Kelvin and Celsius scale. So how we convert the Kelvin into Celsius and how Celsius convert the Kelvin. So this is the some numericals based on this conversion. Convert to Celsius scale. This in this question we convert this Kelvin numerical into Celsius means, and what is the formula of conversion of Kelvin to Celsius? Kelvin equals to 273 plus degree Celsius. Okay, means 273 is added to the Celsius and Celsius number what we have given, so it convert into Kelvin. This is the main formula. On the basis of this formula we convert it easily. So this is converted into Celsius, not in Kelvin. Okay, remember this. So Celsius, we make formula from this formula, we make a Celsius formula. Celsius equal to Kelvin minus 273. Okay, Kelvin minus 273. So here 300 Kelvin, 300 minus 273. So what we get? 27 degree Celsius. We get 27 degree Celsius. Okay, done. Now next one is 573 Kelvin. 573 Kelvin, it convert into Celsius. So 573, this is the Kelvin, this is the formula. Kelvin minus 273, the given Kelvin minus 273 means 573 minus 273, so we get 300 Celsius. 300 Celsius. Okay. Next one is convert to Kelvin scale. Now we convert the number into Kelvin scale. There are two numericals, 25 degrees Celsius and 373 degrees Celsius. 25 degrees Celsius Kelvin formula is, put this number into the formula. Kelvin equals to 273 plus degrees Celsius. Now we put them 273 plus 25 degree 25, what we get? 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin. So 25 degrees Celsius equals to 298 Kelvin. Now 373 degrees Celsius, Kelvin equals to 273 plus 373, and it convert into 646 Kelvin. 646 Kelvin. If we add them, we get 646 Kelvin. So these are the numericals which we convert, how convert the Celsius to Kelvin and Kelvin to Celsius. Okay. So this chapter is finished. If you have any doubt related to any terms, please ask me, and if any doubt related to the NCERT exercise, you are free to ask me that doubt also. And please read the PDF file of this chapter. Okay, then make notes, proper notes, and then solve the exercise. Okay, in next lecture we start new chapter, okay, of biology. So prepare the notes and please show me in group. Thank you.